Hey, this is my review on The Evil Dead, and this is for the LTA Movie Club. Okay, so this movie starts off with 3 girls and 2 guys in a car, and it's kind of confusing at first because what the hell is going on? They don't really explain why they're in the car or where they're going or anything like that, and the guy who's driving, I have one question for him. Why is he drinking out of a glass jar? What? I don't get it. I don't know what's the point of that. I could be wrong, and I think it's Ashley driving, the main guy. So they pull up to this cottage, and Ashley says, "Oh, I got this place cheap." Hell yeah you did. Look how freaking sketchy it is. Everything around it is dead. You think that's saying something? It kind of looks like the cabin from Cabin Fever. Soon it's nighttime, and they're just sitting, getting ready to eat dinner and stuff, and then the cellar door rips open, and they all surround it, and they're all totally freaked out, and it's scaring them for some reason. One of the women, I think it's Cheryl, she's like, "Oh, I think it's an animal down there." And then Scott says, "An animal? What?" An animal is a great assumption. What the hell do you think is down there? An alien? Like, so why are you making fun of her? When they think something is down there, or they think something opened it, why the F do they have to go down there? They can just close it, put something on it, done. You don't have to deal with it. So Scott is the first one that goes down to investigate it because he does not want to be a pussy. He doesn't come back up for a bit, so it's natural that only Ashley would follow him. So Ashley follows in with a lantern to go see if Scott's okay. Ashley, you don't need that lantern because for some reason there's light down there, and it looks like natural light. It's dark out right now. Why is there light down there? Like, what the frig? But anyways, Scott was playing a prank, of course, we all expected this. And let me just say this, there's always that one jerk in the movie who doesn't believe anything that's happening, or they're denying everything. Scott's that guy. He's a big douche nozzle. And later that night, they find this tape recorder thing, and they play it, and there's this really creepy guy, who coincidentally sounds like he could be the voice of movie previews. And they play it back of it, and he starts talking in this whole other language. And then Cheryl, she flips shit. She starts screaming like a child, pulling a tantrum. And she screams at him to shut it off because it freaked her out. And then they're freaking out of the cellar door when they haven't even seen one thing yet. I also need to point out that when it does a shot of the sky and the top of the cabin, the moon is red. That means shit is going down that night. Something's gonna happen because it's not normal for a moon to be red. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. So when Ashley and his girlfriend are alone, he gives his girlfriend a necklace. And it's so fancy, it's got its own little magnifying glass on it. There's nothing like giving a girl a necklace with a magnifying glass that says, "You're old." He gave her a necklace that basically says she's old. "Here, let me use this necklace so I can read stuff, because you think I'm old." I don't know how she missed that. He was calling her old. He was. So then it pans out to the outside of the cabin, and it goes passes the windows of each couple's rooms, passes the first couple, then the second, and then there's the last one, the loner, Cheryl. She's the only one that looks at the window. And she gets freaked out, so she runs outside to go ask what's out there. This is how we learn that Cheryl is the smart one. So Cheryl's out there yelling at nothing, saying, "Who's out there?" Not smart, Cheryl. Learn to run away. And again, the moon. The moon is freaking huge. It looks like the moon off Bruce Almighty when he reels it in. That moon is not right. First is red, now it's freaking 3 times the size it was before. Who is out there? I guess I'll just walk into the forest even more to see who's out there. Cheryl, Cheryl, Cheryl. There's so much smoke around her while she's walking in the forest. It looks like the smoke monster from Lost is gonna come out and get her. So eventually the trees come out and attack her and wrap their little veiny branches around her. Then the trees really become perverted because they cut her clothing off. Weird. The branches are basically raping her. They spread open her legs. What the frig? And then she sounds like she's being raped. But when she does run back to the cottage, the door's locked. Why the frig is it locked? You're in the middle of nowhere. Who's gonna come in your damn little cottage? So Cheryl comes in the house all scratched up and attacked and freaking out. And now everyone decides to have a personality change, apparently, because they freak out at a cellar door. Then they begin to freak out at a tape they heard. And yet, when Cheryl comes in attacked and scratched, they just shrug it off like it's nothing. What is wrong with you people? You're freaking out at nothing, and then when something happens, you're not freaking out at all. And then Scott, he proceeds to say, "Did something in the woods get you?" "No, something from space. Of course something from the woods got her. Where else? What else would get her?" So, of course, Cheryl really wants to leave this cottage area, and everyone's kind of like, "What the fuck, Cheryl? Like, really?" So Ashley drives her away, he agrees to, and everyone else stays behind. But then they come to the road. Them ding-dang trees block the road. And then Cheryl begins to freak out and beat on Ashley. What did Ashley do? Don't hurt Ashley. She didn't do anything. So they just go back to the cottage, and I don't know the girls' names. They all look the same, so bear with me here. But the two are playing with cards, and one's guessing the cards, and the other one's just kind of like hiding them to see if she'll guess them right. Is it a 5? Oh my god. No way. You got it. You guessed it right. I think I have ESP. Like, you know, where you can, like, do telepathy. So Ashley's sitting in the corner listening to the recorder thing because he likes it. I don't know. And then when the girl tells him that, oh, she guessed the card right, he's kind of like, fuck off. That's basically the kind of mood he gives towards her. So she goes back to the card game. Is it a 7? Yeah, you got it right. Again. You're so talented. Hey. You're lying. So I don't really get the point of the card part. So then everyone looks at Cheryl, who's staring at the window. Then she turns around. She looks like a freaking demon from hell. Shirley goes apeshit and stabs one of the girls in the ankle and is like really grinding and digging it in deep. And then Ashley rips her off of the other girl. So basically Cheryl is like beating on Ashley because, you know, Ashley can't take a woman. He's too much of a wimp. And then at one point Cheryl pimp slaps one of the other girls into the damn wall. How? And then she also eventually slams Ashley into the wall, and a flimsy little bookcase falls on him. He can't get up. And then Cheryl starts coming at him. She gets knocked out on the floor, and then in the background, the cellar door is open. Why did you keep it open if you heard something down there? Close that damn thing. And Ashley basically wakes up again. She gets pushed in the cellar. They lock it. And then after a little bit, the girl that goes into the room, after a bit, she has like the most loud, blood-curdling scream you've ever heard. The guys hear it. Oh, what was that sound? Let's go see it slowly. They take their jolly old time to go see if the girl's okay. They just take their time. They have all day, you know. It's not like she was screaming for help or anything like that. Ashley or Scott or one of them, they're just investigating the broken window. You know, it's only a broken window. Nothing happened. It's not like it's not like the girl's missing or anything like that, you know? And let me just say this. How do branches from a forest turn someone into a zombie demon creature thing that looks like it's from The Exorcist? Like, at least with zombies, when they bite you, you get infected, and that's the reason you change into one. Branches? What do branches do? Like, what? Okay, word of the day. Verisimilitude. And it means, the believability of something. There is no verisimilitude towards this storyline that branches can turn you into a zombie creature. There is, however, verisimilitude towards zombies when they bite you and you can get infected. So this story is very non-believable, doesn't really make any sense. There's no really explanation for anything, they just happen fast and with no apparent reason at all. So then the girl that I'm pretty sure is Ashley's girlfriend, she turns into a zombie thing. And then she comes at Scott, and he gets bitch slapped into another bookcase, and another bookcase falls over him again, another flimsy one, and again, he can't get up. Really, Ashley? Your girly name is kind of living up to the fact that it's a girl name. Stop acting like a little bitch, and go help Scotty, because he's getting strangled. And then the girl bites her own hand off. Why do you bite your own hand off? Are you stupid? Well, but Cheryl. No, I think all the girls are just stupid, you know? They don't make any sense.